might as well just drop a song. So I was like, okay, let me do it. So I talked to my homeboy Wacko, which was he did Know Your Clap.
Okay,
which is now, and we all still tight. And I called him and I was like, man, I don't think I can do it. I think I'm getting too old. And he's like, listen, you just need to go out there. You ain't gotta bend over and twerk and do all that. Just talk that bag talk. Talk that. I was like, bag talk, and I was like, okay. He fucked his money up. Now he calling me up. Married to the block, but he ain't signed no prenup. Blow my celly up.
Welcome back to LIVHI Podcast. I am your host, Tammy Jones, and today I have with me BIOR Truth. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm excited.
I'm glad that you came on.
Of course.
I've been trying to get you on.
I've been trying to get here, so we finally made it, and I love the setup. It's beautiful. It matches your style. So
okay.
Yep.
So the first thing I like to ask my guests, because I know a lot of people don't know people, so I want to ask, where are you from, and who is BIOR Truth?
So originally, my family's from Tyler, Texas. So
Everybody is coming from East Texas.
East Texas is home, right? But I left when I was 3. I was raised in Seattle, Washington, my whole childhood. So I came back to Tyler when I was 16, actually. Okay. So from 3 to 16, I was in Seattle. And then I came to Dallas when I turned 18. So I've been here ever since. So I consider myself to be a Texan. Okay. But I'm a city Northwestern girl, too. It's my core, I guess, as my childhood. That's where I went to school.
Oh, that's where you went to school? That's what I was about to ask.
My whole life is so I came here my senior year in high school.
Oh, okay.
So, I consider myself to be a girl from Seattle, too. But Texas is kind of my roots.
Yeah. Where did you go to? When you say you graduated in Texas?
Actually, I came to John Tyler High School in Tyler.
That's what I was about to ask.
That was my senior year. And actually, my last semester, my senior year, what they did was they found out that the Washington credits were totally different than Texas. They told me I had 4 more credits I needed. What? My senior year, that I was going to have to basically stay in school a whole nother year, a half of a semester. And I was like, hell no. So I dropped out.
You did?
I dropped out with straight A's. I dropped out my senior year, second semester. And I went and got a GED.
Are you serious? For 1 year?
I mean, there was no way. I hated school. So there was just no way that you was going to get me to try to explain to me, because I didn't have Texas state history and all these different requirements. And I'm like, I've been in school 4 years like everybody else.
Right.
But you never realize the state credits are just so different. So my mama said, just more research.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have stayed. If I could have stayed in Seattle, I would have.
Yeah, because it was was it just 1 year?
Yeah. I came here my senior year.
Are you serious? Yep. I would have freaked out.
Yep. So I just said, fuck it. And I dropped out. My mom was like, you quit. I'm like, I quit. I quit school. She's like, you can't just quit school. I'm like, absolutely did. And I went to TJC and took my GED. I passed it the first time, and that was it. I was like, well, it's the same thing to me. So, and I didn't want to go to college. I wasn't a big girl on education. Sadly, I just wasn't.
Yeah, and that's not for everybody.
I always felt and I don't come from a whole family of degree people, so nobody was no pressure.
Right.
I just knew I wanted to be successful. Yeah. And I'm like, I just didn't see my life in college. So I did do a semester in college at TJC and then Texas College. But I still quit that too.
I always say college is a scam.
The more the world goes on, it definitely is a scam. Unless you want to be something that a degree is needed.
Exactly.
Engineers, doctors, lawyers.
Lawyers and stuff like that.
Anything else?
Yeah. Anything over there.
If you're getting a business degree, I mean, not saying that's not a good degree, but you could take a Microsoft Word class and, you know what I'm saying, on a certification and get the same exact job. Yeah. And get experience.
That's right. That's right.
That's just how I feel.
Are you the only child?
I am, with my mom.
Girl, you lying. I don't know why I just bust out and said that. You heard me say
I am. I have 2 sisters, though, through my dad. But my mom, I was raised the only child my whole life.
Oh, okay. I was. So, I know that you are doing your thing or whatever as far as the rapping and stuff go. Mm-hmm. What age were you when you just started with that?
I was 14.
And you just, how did it start? What were you doing?
I was at a Cash Money concert.
14?
Uh-huh. My grandfather was real cool with the promoter, Al Heyman, and he was a photographer, my granddad.
Okay.
And so he did all the tours back when they used to have the backdrops and take pictures and all that. So we was always at concerts. My whole childhood, I was at concerts, but I never really took a liking to it. But it was something about the Hot Boys that just did it for me.
Yeah.
And I seen Lil Wayne them on stage, and it was just like, I was like amazed, like fascinated.
Yeah.
And they had the song, I Need a Hot Girl. And I got on the plane. I'll never forget. We was in, I think it was in Sacramento. I got on the plane, and I started writing a response to it. And I was like, I'm going to do one called I Need a Hot Boy. And I wrote it, and my mama listened to it. She was like, you can rap. And I was like, well, let me go to the studio. And I recorded it. And like a month later, I was opening up for them.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Oh, you opened up for them?
So that's how I originally started rapping on the Cash Money Rough Rider tour.
What?
Yeah.
And so your mama was supportive of it because she said
my mom's an entertainer. She's a gospel singer and does like Broadway, and plays and stuff. So she's never been the mom to try to like hold you into this like box. Like if I said I wanted to be a damn do magic tricks, she would have said, "Where's magic trick school?" Like that's how
good.
Yeah, that's how she was. So it was just like when I said it, it wasn't like outlandish to her. It was like, okay, where do we sign up? You know? So that's how I started, and I never stopped. I mean, I did quit later, but it was just in me from there.
Yeah, I did. Because I remember you told me you did. Hold on one second. Stan, are you able to hear us? No? Brittany, pull that mic up some.
No, I can hear you.
Okay.
It's talking to mic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, see, I can hear her clear. I can hear you clear now. Okay. So, yeah. So, that's crazy because I never, ever knew that. Yeah. And at 14 years old, why you were just thinking about rapping music at 14. You know what I was doing at 14? Running up and down the street.
And I didn't have any.
Tomboyish.
There was no kids in my neighborhood. So I wasn't. I was always with my mom. If she made me go everywhere with her. So I was always just around grown-ups. And like... So I was bored, really. I didn't have nothing else to do. So when I did it, I was like, well, this is easy, so that was it. So I kept it to myself. I never really told my friends, like at school.
Why?
I don't know. I was embarrassed.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. I've always been shy like that. Like on the stage, I was like another person. Yeah. But in person, I would always be like, no, I'm just going out of town, and then all of a sudden my mom was like, you need some backup dancers. So I went to a school talent show and they was dancing. I was like, y'all want to be my backup dancers? They was like, for what? I was like, I rap. They were like, what? I was like, no, I rap. And it's a big show, and we was opening up for Trina and Ludacris and Ja Rule. Like it was just like, and nobody at school knew.
Wow. And you kept that to yourself?
I did. Well, I mean, it ended up coming out.
Yeah, I know, right.
But I did for like about a year.
Oh, okay.
I did.
What rappers, female-wise, who inspired you? What rapper did?
Eve.
Eve did?
Eve.
Okay.
Eve was like, Mia X was a huge, like I listened to her when I was younger. But even before I knew I wanted to rap, I listened to Mia X. So I liked her, the way she demanded attention and like respect. She just, was very aggressive. But Eve, I think Eve's style was probably most similar to what I would consider like, she was like the illest pit bull in a skirt. She was vicious. You didn't really know if she was a dyke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't know.
Why you didn't know?
You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like,
no, you really didn't.
She gave you woman, but she gave you like, she might, and
you're right.
It was just like one of those, I've never been a super girly girl.
Yeah.
But I've never been, like butchy neither. But it was just like that real in between where I felt like she kind of matched. She wasn't overly sexualizing herself.
Yeah.
So that's why I liked her.
Do people tell you sound like Mia X? Because when I first listened to you, I was like, wow. Yep. I said, she got it. You got the flow of that.
Yeah. When she started following me, I was like, oh my God, Mia X is following me.
Did she follow you?
Yeah, we talk all the time on DM. We do. And she asked me to be a part of her Unladylike Forever final album.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah. And I sent her, I said, can I send you Bag Talk? She's like, yeah, send it to me. And I emailed it to her, and she replied and was like, oh, the girl's going to go crazy. She was like, that's it. And I was like, if Mia X ain't it, you can't tell me it's not. I don't care what nobody says.
Exactly. For real. Bag Talk. I wanted to ask you about Bag Talk. What was the inspiration from that one? Because I listened to it, and, I done reposted on some of my my videos and everything. So
Bag Talk, the reason I did Bag Talk was, well, one, I wasn't deciding to rap.
Okay.
Really what I did was the Finesse 2 Times video. I did Get Even. And I was trying to do a credit commercial. is what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
So I did it just to be funny, to go, like, I was like, maybe it'll go viral if I'm rapping and talking about credit. And it did.
Okay.
And then, like, it's on like Hollywood Unlocked. Everybody started posting it. And I was like, I was just getting thousands of followers. And they were like, where's your music? And I was like, I don't have no music. I was like, it's the credit commercial.
Yeah.
I want you to get your credit fixed, right? And they're like, okay, but where's the music at? And so I did the back end remix. I just kept doing remixes.
Girl, you was...
And I was like, after I got to the third remix, I was like, okay. I was like, you might as well just drop a song. So I was like, okay, let me do it. So I talked to my homeboy Wacko, which was he did Know Your Clap.
Okay,
which is now, and we all still tight. And I called him and I was like, man, I don't think I can do it. I think I'm getting too old. And he's like, listen, he like, you just need to go out there. You ain't gotta bend over and twerk and do all that. Just talk that bag talk. Talk that. I was like, bag talk. And I was like, okay. So I was jogging and I was just in the neighborhood jogging. I was listening to beats and I was like, I just kept hearing the bag talk in my head, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just do the record."
Man,
it aligns with what I, promote with the business and money. So
right.
That was why I did that.
Okay,
so, yeah.
I know you say you stopped for a minute rapping. Why? What made you stop? You just...
I was tired of that was at a time where like only Nicki was out. It was only one female. The industry maybe had a few underground that I can't even really remember their names. But Nicki headlined for 10 years straight. Yeah. Like, we're with nobody. And the game wasn't as open and receptive. It was like we could only have one female. It was still that real weird space. And I just like got tired of spinning my wheels. I got tired of niggas. That was just such a male dominant industry.
Yeah.
It was, it was almost like, if you don't have no money, what you gonna do? And I'm like, I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not finna sell my soul to get a jelly roll. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious for me. And I was at a point, I had a son, and he was like, I think maybe 4 or 5. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I gotta take care of my kids.
That's right.
Music's not paying bills. And I got tired of dressing the way I was dressing. I started like hiding my clothes when I went out. Why? Because he would be awake when I leave to go to a concert. Okay. And I was dressing very, revealing, of course, because that was just the image that it was back then. I was in my so I did it. And it's just part of growth as you get older. You're just like, okay, why am I hiding this from him?
Right.
And why I don't feel comfortable no more being me. Yeah. And I just started growing. And I was just like, the industry didn't seem like it would let you put on clothes. Right. It was just like, you have to wear.
You have to be naked. Yeah. And that's crazy for women because why men can't be. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, we so degraded. Like,
that's kind of where I was just like, you know what? It's time for me to go figure out my life. And I ended up going in banking, which is so random, but I ended up going.
You went
from rapping to working at a bank. I was a bank teller. That's how I started being in mortgage and all that.
Was
banking. Yep.
Okay.
So I was like, I needed a job. I went to Western Union. I'll never forget. I went to Western Union. I was broke. Went to Western Union. One of my homeboys was wiring me some money. And I picked it up in the bank that I picked up the Western Union at. He was like, you're so nice. And I was like, thank you. And he was like, have you ever worked in banking? And I was like, no. He was like, have you ever worked in retail? I was like, I worked at Victoria's Secret and a couple of stores in the mall. And he was like, you want to be a bank teller? And I was like, well, I know how to count money. And he was like, I could train you. And that's how I started banking.
Okay.
And it was,
ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? If you have to make a change, then that's what we have to do.
I had no idea what I wanted to do in life besides music.
So you just started back just recently here?
6 months.
6 months. Yep. So where you think you're going now?
To the top.
Okay.
Yep.
Nowhere else.
Belong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. What's some of the rappers that you want to work with, or somebody? Not even rappers, just anybody. Because your music can go with anything. It can go with R&B. It can go with country. It can go with whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny you said country. I love country music.
Yes.
Like I do. Luke Combs, Luke Bryan. Like my son is really into country shit, so I listen to it a lot.
Okay.
But my number one person to work with that's not even a music is Kim Kardashian. That's like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I hate it. If whoever don't like it, I apologize to you.
Not Kim Kardashian.
No,
I love her too.
She's a Libra.
Yeah.
I'm a Libra. I think is it something about the way she thinks? It's something about it's just like I used to always be like everybody attached to me wins. Like everybody that I feel like people get blessed because of me. Yeah. Like when they're connected to me, and then when they're not, it's like you could like see their life fall apart. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I just feel like that's how Kim is. I just feel like everything she touches, family member, every friend is rich. It's like she's very, people can say a lot about her, but she makes sure everybody eat.
That's right.
And I just always kind of had just an interesting respect for her, even when she tapped into the lawyer shit and be like, you can't be a lawyer. Like you was naked and you was doing this, and I love that type of story. Like, no, I could do it. I'm like that. I'm a lead. Like I could do what the fuck I want to do. I'm gonna go from mortgage to credit to rap to don't put me in no box.
Yeah.
Like, and I love her.
And you're not obligated to be in no box. You do what you want to do at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
So Kim Kardashian is one. Wayne is another, of course. Like Wayne for sure. Mm-hmm. Tyler Perry, 50 Cent. Like I want to do movie. Like okay. Yeah.
So you got it open.
Yeah. Musically, I mean, I just feel like a song is a song. Yeah. I ain't just like hard up to get in the booth with nobody, honestly.
Yeah. Because you see Cash Doll is on, what is that, BMF? Mm-hmm. And she's doing her rap stuff or whatever the case may be. So you can go any direction with it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me, life is way bigger than hip hop for me. Right. Rap. Like, I mean, I think it's always just like a stepping stone, like anything else in life. Just like being a bank teller was a stepping stone. I love hip hop and it's always going to be a part of me, but I just feel like, am I supposed to be a rapper for, 5-6 years from now? Probably not.
Probably not.
No, it'll get me to where I want to be though. For sure.
Okay. Yep. And I know you did a video in. So you were in Tyler when you did that video, right?
Which one?
It was y'all was with the cars and all of that.
Yeah, that
stuff.
was I Need Some Mo.
So do you think? So I'm saying your hometown because you say you feel like you're a Texas. Yeah. So do you feel like they supported you before?
Yeah, Tyler has always supported me.
Okay.
I used to win the freestyle contest every week at the club. Really? And like people would come from like Longview, other cities to like hear me freestyle for the weekend, and I beat everybody like 17 weeks straight.
What?
Like every dude, it got to the point where it was just like, okay, somebody else needs to do. It was like a hip hop battle every weekend. Yeah. And so if you won last week, you got to come back this week, and it was a new challenger. And I literally just like, it was like months straight, and I was like, people would just come just to the club for that part to just do the freestyle. Mm. So I feel like the radio's always like supported me. Like they've always been supportive. So. Yeah. The whole "your hometown don't support you" thing, I think that's true if you really don't put in the right type of work, or if you just make yourself too available. I never made myself too accessible in Tyler. Like I dip in, dip out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I've ever gotten worn out down there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good then, because I was looking, I was like, I wonder why she didn't do it in Dallas, but you know what I'm saying? So you have your reason.
The back end video I did in Dallas, on the rooftop with my homegirls. But
I seen that. Yeah, it was for y'all.
Yeah, I did that. Mm-hmm. But then I didn't get even at home. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So do you see any so I know in that industry that you're in, you're going to see haters everywhere. So who would be the biggest ones? Like, because I ask people because, you're a female. Mm-hmm. And, females is just.
We're hard on each other.
Yeah. And for what though? You know what I'm saying? It's like we can't support each other for nothing. Like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? But it's like other ones, they be so jealous and just envy you.
Like for me, I don't even get mad at other women when they like that, because I've always felt like, even as a kid, people just don't like what they don't understand. Mm-hmm. Or they can see themselves in you. And they feel like, almost like maybe like they're a failure. Like, damn, we come from the same school. Or damn, we come from the same. Or she got a kid. Like, because you got some people that are like, oh, well, I'm a mother. I'm a single mom. Oh, right. I'm a single mom.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or, well, I didn't have a daddy. Well, I didn't have a daddy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think sometimes when you see other people that's elevating, it's almost like, why didn't I do that? Mm-hmm. Why couldn't I, put myself in that situation? Or she ain't that cute. Well, you don't have to be that cute. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Yes. Like, you don't have to be. Yeah. Right? And so it's like, I always felt like, with people that are jealous or like haters, I just feel like it's just low key, like something in them that resonates with you. That it's just kind of like, because I started hating on other women in the rap game when I stopped.
Wow.
And I would see Megan, I would see Lotto, and I knew they were talented. Mm-hmm. But there was the piece of me that resented that I didn't keep going. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
So when I see them, I could see myself. And I'm like, she ain't even that hard. She ain't even that. she ain't even riding the beat right. And it's
I think it's natural in a sense.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I have to check myself. Like, you really sound like a hater. Be like, she really can't rap. You know what I'm saying? But I would find, then I was like, what's a color thing? Then when you see a dark girl come out, you're like, okay, well, she got a Cash Doll. You got a haircut back. You got these girls that are darker. Yeah. Well, now it's like, well, she just doing it because she got a body. And it's good. You just start finding reasons. And I'm like, Brittany, just say you quit. Yeah. Just say you didn't keep going like they did. You know? And so it takes some self-reflection, to be real with yourself, but I think we all have a little piece of hate in our system. For real, we do.
So what are you working on? What you working on now?
Besides the music, still the credit stuff, back in mortgage.
Okay.
So refinancing, credit, taxes.
Okay.
A podcast coming up with some other colleagues. It's going to be pretty fun, I think. It's going to be kind of...
Is it men or women?
So we have a gay guy.
Okay.
We have a straight guy.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, gay guy, straight guy. We got a queen, baby.
That's going to be fun.
He's a queen with a PhD. So, you can't give a queen a PhD, baby.
You cannot.
They're going to serve.
He going to be showing out.
Yes. So it's gonna be a straight guy.
Okay.
Then we have Bailey, and then we have me. That's kind of more of an alpha, outspoken. And then I say Ashley's more beta, more soft.
Okay.
She's more modern. But still very opinionated.
Okay.
But I think our views are very opposite.
Okay.
Of how she's very optimistic and and I'm always like the realist. Like, man, that shit ain't gonna work. Like, man,
you're going to tell them how the fuck it is.
So that's like, I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be kind of set up like The View or The Real, just kind of.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm excited about that.
So in the rap stuff, what can we expect from you from that in the next couple of months or whatever? You got some shaking with that right now?
Yeah, so we got the Trina show is April 7th, Good Friday in Tyler. Mm-hmm. The song is in rotation in East Texas on the radio. Just got added to about 20 syndicated mix shows across the state. You can expect to see Bag Talk just getting hotter and hotter. That's the goal.
I can't wait.
Some merchandise, of course, on Bag Talk. What else? Just like I said, the podcast, the music.
Yeah.
I have so many more records left, but I'm not going to release them.
That's what I was about to ask. You're not going to release them out. So, because I know a lot of people that I've talked to, the rappers and stuff, they said they just releasing singles,
Because that's all people care about. And people's attention span, people don't like people anymore. They like the song.
Yeah.
Of course, right? And so if I give you 5, you're not going to say, I'm going to listen to all 5 because they come from BIOR. You're going to be like, well, I don't like them. So now you're moving on to the next person. You know, so people can only take one thing at a time.
Right,
so
that's true.
I'm a bag talking to death until we get past that.
It ain't going nowhere, though.
So when it gets to where it needs to be and it hits its height, then I'll
Exactly, because it's like it's here now, but it's trending. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we look for it to happen for it to trend. Once it trend, you gonna blow on back up.
That's the goal.
And even with that the video that you had out when you showed your house and stuff, I was like, see, I had just met you after then. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that was blowing up because I was like, who is this that keep talking about with these rollers in her hair?
Yeah, I did. That wasn't even supposed to be in the video, and I came out. He was like, you need to just shoot it like this, and I was like, this is very giving very bougie
girl
rodeo drive. Like, and I was like, well, maybe that's the goal I'm looking for, right? And so I did it, and it turned out really good. And we actually shot that video like literally my homeboy from Tyler. I called him like 2 days before, and I'm like, I have a new song, and he's like, you back rapping? And I'm like, yeah, but no, it's just for a video. He's like, I said, can you come shoot it? He's like, when? I'm like in 2 days at my house, and he's like, you want me to drive up there? I'm like, please.
It went crazy.
So yeah, it worked out. So I'm excited. It wasn't supposed to be like that, but God, he got me.
That's right.
You know, he always circle you back to where
that's right. Where you're supposed to be. Yep. Exactly. So have no regrets for that at all. So I like to our youth, you know, because we fumbling with them right now. And I was just going to ask you to, like, what are some words of encouragement, advice, or anything that you can give to our youth today, male and female? You know, our males is really...
Man, wow, so much.
Yes, I know.
For the females, one, I would say, if I could tell my old self, the first thing I would say is, one, you know, a lot of shit don't matter.
Yes.
But in this culture, what I'll say is keep your legs closed. Let's start there.
Do y'all hear that? Cause
keep your legs closed. It's a lot of diseases.
Yes.
It's a lot of people that are careless.
Yeah.
It's a lot of men that don't care. It's a lot of women that don't. Everybody mess with everybody. So whatever is the sex you deal with, people will lie. You know, all you can count on is you. You know what I'm saying? Stay true to who you are. That's what I would say. Don't waver. And normally people that are like, you know, weird, I'll say socially awkward, those end up being like the most successful people.
Right.
I noticed.
Yeah.
So don't try to be the cool kid. Like, you ain't got to be cool. Just do you, you know, and whatever you is, and always try to nurture. I would say, like, even to the mothers that's raising youth that are younger, like, try to nurture your kids' gifts.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about my mom, and I do it with my kids. I just notice do it naturally because she did it.
Right.
But if my daughter says she want to dance, we dancing.
Okay.
If she say she want to rap now, she's like, I want to rap like you. We rapping. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't know. You might be raising the next Nicki, the next Drake.
That's right.
And it sounds so far-fetched, but you really got to pay attention to how your kid moves and what they do, because you'll find something interesting and be like, that ain't normal.
Yeah.
You know, that's not, you got to really like hone in on people's gifts, and you don't realize that. So a lot of kids are just out here, so much potential, no direction.
That's right.
And if you have potential with no direction, you still go nowhere, you know? Right. So I would just say to the young kids, like, stay true to you. Find something you love, whether it's art, whether it's dancing, hair. Like, everything is a hustle.
That's right.
Everything is a career now.
Yep, everything.
So don't be feeling weird because you can't comprehend at school. Like, maybe that's not your thing, and you just got to get through the 12th grade and graduate. Then find what that is. You know what I'm saying? If you're a social person, maybe you're supposed to be a promoter.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're popular,
that's right.
You know, people like you. Yeah. Throw parties. Like,
that's right.
And I tell my son that, I'm like, he's been throwing parties for like 2 years now.
And it's 17, so he's 15.
When he was 15.
Yeah.
In his Sweet 16, we made a party like that. Like, charge to get in. Do this. Like, because it's like, if you're popular, people like you. You have a business mind. You know how to hustle, and you know how to, this is how much people need, this is how much I got to pay. You know how to do that.
That's
but
right.
then, shit, what's the problem? You ain't got to be 18 to do this shit.
Yeah.
You know, so that's just kind of, you know, I just feel like if you're young, do what comes natural.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And just stay the fuck out the way.
Fact.
Stay out the way. They're killing people for nothing.
Oh, they're killing people for nothing.
Just stay out the way. You ain't got to argue. You ain't got a point to prove, and sit your ass down. Stay on social media.
And they always trying to blame it on the parents. It ain't always. I'm just not saying that, because you can raise your kid the best way. Some spoiled, some not spoiled, but they'll still blame it on, oh, he was spoiled, he was this.
He was privileged, gave everything.
No, you know, you just get out there in them streets and they're gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day, away from us. You know, so it's just all in the, you know, upkeeping and all that stuff too, or whatever. So
that's facts. It's definitely not always the parents. I think sometimes it can even be the community. It can be the neighborhood.
The music sometimes. And I say that too. The music is, man, these little, and say, I'm not going to even lie, that when Ghost came out, that it got bad outside because everybody wanted to be Tommy. Everybody wanted to be Ghost. It just started getting real violent out here.
Did you see NBA YoungBoy's interview?
No.
When he was like shaking? Okay, you should go Google it or go watch it on YouTube. But he did an interview recently, like the last 6 months, of him talking about, like, him just reflecting on how much he's like tainted society in this generation with his music, you know, and was like, I can't believe I've been saying, like I don't think he realized how influential he was.
Right, he was, because the guns and stuff, all my little cousins, the ones that's 15 and under, that's all they listen to.
He didn't, I don't know what happened, if somebody said something, if he just maybe had an epiphany.
Did he get married?
He did.
Yeah, so I think it's her.
And
because
he was like, when he was doing this interview, he was like shaking. He was like, I can't believe they let me put all this poison into the world. And how many people died because of me. Like, that's a hell of a burden for a person to finally like wake up and be like, y'all really listen to me? And all you're trying to do is just make music. As an artist, I get it. Because if I'm just talking and then all of a sudden you're like, well, no, I do that. And like even the City Girls and Hot Girl Summer, and nothing wrong with them because I love them myself.
Right.
But when you start saying things and you hear things over and over, we're programmed. So it's like, if I'll take your man, I'll take your man, I'll take your man. Before you know it, nigga, bitch, I'll take your man. And you're like, why do I feel that way? Why do I feel like this all of a sudden? It's like, you've been rocking out to your little Cardi B station lately. So I think sometimes you gotta kind of protect your space and your energy. When you feel yourself tapping in too much to it, it's like I'll pull back and be like, I listen to Zero enough, I'm depressed. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I like Zero. So you just gotta have your dose of what you need, and then kind of fall back and turn some gospel on or something to kind of weigh it out. But that's what I think. I
wish they would know that half these rappers ain't even what they rapping. They not living what they rapping about.
I see somebody said it. It was like, why all these women y'all taking advice from got husbands? I'm like, then I thought about it. I was like, Cardi B, I'm like, you know, they all very, and even Lotto was like, I'm very booed up and happy, and it's like, you know, it's just entertainment.
Yeah.
And it's just like an actress on TV, but for whatever reason, they believe hip-hop to be true.
Man, they believe it to be true, man, and they just follow them all the time.
It's not. So it's definitely, but to the guys, I would definitely say, to young boys, I would just say be careful. Stay out the way, and find you a mentor.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't have daddies. You know what I'm saying? Active daddies. So if you can't find an uncle, maybe a teacher. I don't know how. But I think we need more men in the community.
That's right.
That step up. That's the OGs,
right.
or that kind of been to the pen and done kind of fucked up a lot. That can come back and maybe pour and instill some things with these kids. They don't have no hope. They don't have honestly no hope. Without that's sad. Somebody tapping back in. That they respect.
That's crazy.
So it's tough.
Yeah, I get emotional when I start talking about the youth because. It's
hard.
Bad. It's hard. Like we got our own kids and stuff.
No,
those boys are victims every day. Every day my son go outside to go to work and stuff. I just pray like God get him
protect
there.
him.
Yeah, and
that's crazy because when my son started driving, we live in such a kind of a hick town, and we're in Roy City and out there, and it's like. When he's driving, I'm like, hey, the fact I got to tell him, hey, if you get pulled over, make sure you go to a main street.
Right.
If you
I do this.
Make sure you do this. Okay, somebody just call me and put the phone in your lap on speaker. Like, the fact that I have to go through so many different, like, disclosures.
You sound like me.
Before he's like, I know. I'm like, no, you're not listening. Like, hear me, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so
he programmed to do it, my son, because every time he gets pulled over, he called me on FaceTime.
Yeah, you
every
have
time.
to. And it's but why though?
But
you know
why?
what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's so much going on with
you
them.
Supposed to be protected from these people. Now you gotta, it's like and it's fucked up. You can't find a safe place. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something that I've noticed that we just need more people to step in.
That's right.
It's hard for the black boy. It is.
I say we're gonna get something together to, what I'm saying, like bring all you guys back on and just do one big performance and just speak out to them. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be real cool, know. Because ain't nobody really doing it. Yeah.
And you know what I also
because y'all who they look up to.
Yeah. And I feel like schools don't... I feel like more schools should realize maybe like more... Even going to board meetings, I guess, like they should realize how influential hip-hop is.
Right. That's right.
And I would think that they would bring more people in.
Right.
To try to help channel some energy or, hey, we got so-and-so, because they got budgets for everything else.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if you had a budget to maybe just bring in people that they respect, a lot of artists do community service events like that. As long as nobody's charging, you know what I'm saying, they'll come in and speak to the kids and do different things. So I just feel like that's a huge area of opportunity. We just need people while they're in big groups to be able to talk to them. Yeah.
I agree. So, BIOR, how can my listeners find you on social media or wherever you're at? Yeah,
so on Instagram, make sure y'all tune in and tap in. It's BIOR Truth, BIOR Truth, B with like a boy, BIOR like the brand Dior, Truth, and that's on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Okay. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube and TikTok, and then on Facebook, BIOR Truth Consulting is my business page. Okay. And Facebook is really for me more personal. I don't really do that. Yeah, I know. I don't really pitch a lot of music like on Facebook. Instagram is quick. Yeah. I mean, Facebook is talking in my thought process, and
Facebook got too many haters on.
Yeah. It's, you know what? Because unless you have a lot of opinions, right? So anywhere you can have a lot of opinion at, it's gonna get messy, right? So that's why Facebook's like for grandma now. Yeah.
So we want to thank you. So Stan, I want to drop a little beat because she know I wasn't finna let her get out of here.
Oh my gosh, no!
She is not supposed to get out of here without hitting us with something.
Man, okay.
So we're going to do it at the end, but I really do appreciate you for coming on. This means a lot to me.
I appreciate you for having me. Yes. I like podcast. I'm like, I like a talk anyway.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let her hit something and we're gonna bring it on out, Stan.
Oh, child, you should have told me. I could have prepared some. God.
You got bags. Just hit us with anything.
Y'all so petty. It's a petty, but she said they weren't messy here.
I guess that would be the only messy thing, huh?
Y'all messy.
Somehow we messy.
Dang.
Don't. You can hit us with something.
Yeah, we finna do.
I got a booking fee for rap. No.
Oh Lord, you know I was gonna hit you. You already know that. Stop
Actually,
playing.
I did a podcast. Monday.
It just dropped out, didn't it?
Yeah, but they haven't released it yet. But they didn't even ask me. Now that I think about it, they did not ask me.
Oh well, so bad for them.
I'm freestyle.
I mean,
Yes, she do.
In theory, but
She need to stop playing. I don't know why I got them commercials on there. That's so childish.
Do I send the earphones?
Huh? Yeah, take them off. Okay. I want to hear you in my earphones. So.
Okay. Okay. He fucked his money up. Now he calling me up. Married to the block, but he ain't signed no prenup. Blow my celly up. Bitch nigga, what the fuck you want? Get your fatty up. Cause this ain't what the fuck you want. Call your CEO up. Tell him I need my toe suck. You can be my chauffeur. You Stedman, I be Oprah. You sick over this cha-cha? Call my shit Il Nana. Call me Black Madonna. AKA Big Mama. AKA Black Card Holder. Phone number in the bank if you talking about digits. Kitty cat fat, won't you go ahead and kiss it? Kinda like crack when the pussy get the whipping. Look to the left and I look to the right. Hoes bow down when the queen on the mic. You whack ass niggas ain't so no white. See me when you see me and it's on sight like yeah. Shit. Ho, let's do it. Ho, let's do it. Yeah. Ho, let's do it. Shit. I treat these niggas like some groupies. Yeah, I do it. Yeah, I do it. Yeah.
That's what's up right there.
That'll work.
Thanks to all our listeners for tuning in to LIVHI Podcast, and we out.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.